Hi everyone, and welcome back to auntdiscraftroom. Today we are working on Christmas cards. Some of the Christmas cards that I have already made. There is Santa Claus. There is ornaments. Then I've also done gingerbread man. I've done this cute little reindeer. He's still drying. And I've done the boy and girl singing. So today I'm just going to quickly do up another Christmas card here. All of my characters are from the Winter Frolic cartridge from Cricut. Very nice cartridge. So I think, excuse me, today we're going to work on our carolers. So, of course, you get all these little pieces that you need to put together. I tend to, since I have lots of paintbrushes, I like to glue on with my tacky glue and a paintbrush. So I will put a little bit of this together right now, and then I will pause the video and we will, or else actually I'll just move on to the next step. So as you see, you just glue in place the little pieces. I'll do her head too, I guess. And you just keep doing it. I thought, actually, I know it's just the end of October, but this year, since it's my first Christmas with the Cricut, because my husband bought it for me for Valentine's Day last year. And anyways, so I thought that this year I would make my Christmas cards. Typically though, oh, forgot his hair, her hair. Typically though, I hand out at least 40, if not more. So, considering the quantity I have to make, I decided that, I hope you can see this, I would get started. Because if not, I won't have time. Her hair doesn't fit the greatest. I won't have time to do the other crafts that I wish to do. So you just play around with it until you get it in the position you want. And then lastly, I'll put her hat on. And then I'll move on to another step. So you just keep going like that until you get all the pieces together. And I got little pieces all over my board, but that's okay. And then you have this, okay? So, I like to have a little bit of pizzazz, sparkle, whatever you might wish to call it, to, it's Christmas, it's got to have a little bit. So I decided that the book would be what I would pizzazz up on this one. So I just, once again, a bit of glue. I love these Martha Stewart, very fine sparkles. They are a little expensive, but they do go a long ways. Now, put my paintbrush down. I got so many things in my hand. I missed a couple little spots with the glue. That's okay. And then I had another paintbrush here somewhere. Oh, excuse me. That had, there we go, a dry one, so I could brush off some of the dry paint. Anyways, the next step, let's get my sparkles back in. The phone's ringing. It is my oldest daughter calling, so I will call her back. So now what we need to do is we need to put our card together. So we start with some white paper, and let's just do this on a plain green backing. And with the white paper, we need to pizzazz it up a little. So I have some red ribbon. Let's use that. Got to get the Scotch tape out. This is a great idea for trying to save a little on your ribbon. Instead of going all the way around, you just fake it and tape it. So I'm doing that, and then I want a little bit of white on top of that to add a little bit more dimension, I guess you would call it. So I'll quickly run that across. Like so. Then I get my trusty ATV or ATG tape gun, which is also known as your advanced tape glider, and I tape up the sides. It's expensive. Here in Canada at Michael's, it's approximately $60. All I did was I waited it until I had a 50% off coupon and for an item, and I'm just wiping the glue off or the tape, and then I went and purchased it, so it ended up being $30. Just still a little dear, but it's a lot better than $60. So I'll just take this side for the card. Grab myself a card. With my cards, all I did was I got a red piece of cardstock, 8 by 11 I guess is pretty close, and I halved it. So I managed to get 2 cards out of each piece of cardstock, and then I just went by there and lowered the pieces. So we'll get, as you can see, the glitter's different. We'll get our person, and we'll get our adhesive. This is just square mounting tape that I buy at the dollar store. It works perfectly fine. I actually like it very much. Now for his legs, I want them to be able to stay down. Of course, this is too big, so you just cut it to the size you want it to be, which I just did. And now you just go around and pull the backing off. Like so. Now remember, you don't have to do this with the characters I've done it with. You do it with whichever ones you wish to do with or that you like. Now I think I'm going to do a red ribbon for the bow. So without cutting the ribbon, I just make my bow. I don't cut the ribbon yet because I don't want to have too much ribbon and I don't want to have too little ribbon. So I wait until I get the size that I want, and then that one's too long. So all I do is try to even that up as much as I can, and I get my glue, which I hid, out of the way. I always use just scrap pieces of paper to put my gobs of glue on. I've also put some in baby food jars, and that works because then you just pull the lid off. Anyways, so there you put your bow on, and of course you got to let the bow dry. You just trim your tails to whatever size you want. Now her feet stand up a little bit, but I'm not sure. I'll have to think about that. Actually, you know what? I just put my paintbrush in the water, so I have to get another one. I think I'll just put a little bit of glue under her feet and press them down because I don't feel like farting around with the tape. Anyways, so there's your card. And on the inside, all my cards are the exact same, just to make it easier. They have the white cardstock on the inside, this with the exact same stamp that I bought this year, saying wishing you Christmas cheer. And on this side is another Christmas stamp that I have. This one says 'Tis the Season. I just stamped it out, cut a piece of round paper to go behind it, just to add a little bit more dimension. And then also with this one, I laminated the top of it, just for something different to do. So I do hope that this video helps you or helps inspires you, answers any questions that you may have. Until next time, take care and keep crafting.